Evan, you're a Minnesotan. Was this part of the grand plan, get all these Minnesota legends together?
Is when I was actually at your event, StarCast. I was walking into a bar, I saw Animal there, and then Animal just came right up to me, and I'm like, oh my God. He's like, he explained that he's seen the show before, and he's like, how about you do a story about us, And I was like, whoa, I mean, absolutely, of course, sir.
You get a chance off camera to sit down with these guys at a table and hear their road stories. They're incredible storytellers.
When we started up season 2, I mean, he was one of the first calls I made. It was like, all right, we're ready, let's do it. And then with Animal, he just immediately phoned everybody. I mean, he phoned everybody you see in the episode, set it up. He almost like is a co-producer on this show in terms of putting it together. And it was just easy as can be. And then we thought it would be really cool if we could just get everybody to come back to Minnesota as sort of a reunion. One thing about it that's just kind of sobering in hindsight is the fact that this might be some of the last footage of Animal that's ever been, at least for television, that's been filmed.
All right, well, here it is, a bonus look at that Minnesota Wrestling Legends Roundtable that originally shot for this episode of Dark Side of the Ring.
I remember when he died.
It was a rough day, brother. I was cleaning up my pool, and then I got the phone call. And I just talked to Mike that night because he was moving his furniture out of his house, the condo into a home. So, well, give me a call tomorrow, man. We got to go over some of these dates we got coming up and whatever. He goes, all right, I'll do that. I get the phone call, and it's like, hey, have you talked to Mike? I said, yeah, I talked to him last night. When's the last time you talked to him? Probably about midnight. He goes, and I got the call, and he said, Mike died. I sat on my deck, and I cried like a baby, man. Three down my hand, sitting there with my, a vacuum in my hand from the pool and stuff. And I'm going, you gotta be freaking kidding me,
Yeah, it was tough.
It was a bad day, man.
Kind of hard to watch, man. It's a pretty complicated relationship that Hawk and Animal had, to say the least, is it not?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's something Animal reflected upon in his interview was that, I was married to this guy for 21 years. You just look at the bond these guys had, the road that they had to, travel on. That's why we referenced that in the episode title. And they share an identity. I mean, that's one thing about tag team wrestlers, too, that's like, you can't really have one without the other, So it's almost like for Animal, it's this moment where it's not only maybe like his best, his friend of the road and his colleague is passed on, but it's also a little part of his identity that's now gone. And, he can't like appear as the Road Warriors anymore.